Imagine the deep, dark Louisiana bayou. The air hangs heavy, thick with the scent of cypress and decay. A rustle in the reeds, a snap of a twig, but it's too large for an alligator, too silent for a deer. What if ancient fears still stalk the swamps, a creature of legend with eyes that burn in the moonless night? Welcome, friends. Chester here with a chilling story whispered in the shadows of Louisiana, the Rougarou. The Rougarou is not just another creature from the shadowy corners of folklore. Its roots stretch back centuries, weaving through the dense forests of medieval France and the icy plains of French Canada, before finally finding a sinister home in the steamy bayous of Louisiana. The very word Rougarou is a linguistic echo, a corruption of the French Loup-garou, meaning werewolf. This isn't just a simple coincidence. It highlights the deep European lineage of this terrifying legend. When French colonists and Cajun settlers began to populate the vast, untamed wilderness of North America, they brought with them their beliefs, their fears, and their protective charms. Among these was the potent myth of the Loup-garou, a man cursed to transform into a ravenous, wolf-like beast under the full moon. But as these stories crossed the Atlantic, and then journeyed deep into the American South, they began to mutate, to adapt to their new, wild environment. The European werewolf, accustomed to dense, snowy forests, found itself reimagined amidst the cypress trees draped with Spanish moss, the murky waters, and the alligator-infested swamps. The Rougarou became less about just the full moon and more about a persistent, lurking menace, a creature born of both European superstition and the raw, untamed danger of the Louisiana wilderness. It evolved from a European beast into something distinctly Cajun, a warning embedded in the very fabric of their isolated communities. It became a tale whispered around campfires, not just to entertain, but to instill a primal fear, a respect for the unknown dangers that lay just beyond the flickering light. This blending of old-world fear with new-world mystery is what makes the Rougarou such a compelling and enduring figure in American folklore. It's a testament to how human fears adapt and persist, even across continents and centuries. So what exactly does the Rougarou look like? Unlike the classic Hollywood werewolf, the Rougarou's appearance is often more varied, more fluid, and arguably far more unsettling. While the core concept of a human-animal hybrid remains, its specific form is deeply influenced by the bayou environment. Some accounts describe it as a creature with a human body and the head of a wolf or dog, its eyes glowing with an unholy, predatory light. Others depict it as a gaunt, emaciated figure, covered in matted fur, stalking silently on two legs or all fours, its claws long and sharp, perfect for tearing through flesh. Imagine stumbling upon something that is unmistakably human in its stance, yet undeniably bestial in its features, a terrifying hybrid that blurs the line between man and monster. The Rougarou is said to possess immense strength, far beyond any mortal man, capable of overpowering fully grown animals and even humans with terrifying ease. Its senses are incredibly heightened. It can track its prey by scent over vast distances, its hearing acute enough to detect the faintest rustle of leaves or the softest whisper of fear. And perhaps most chillingly, the Rougarou is often described as a silent hunter. It doesn't roar or howl like its European cousin. Instead, it moves with an eerie stealth, a shadow that appears from nowhere, its presence often only realized when it's far too late. Its powers aren't just physical, there's a psychological element too. The legend speaks of an oppressive dread, a feeling of being watched that precedes its arrival, chilling victims to the bone before they even see its monstrous form. This ability to instill fear and hunt with such stealth makes it a truly formidable and terrifying entity of the Louisiana night. What drives a human to become a Rougarou? The legend offers a chilling explanation. It's not always a choice, but often a curse, a consequence of breaking sacred traditions or succumbing to dark urges. One of the most common tales warns that if you fail to observe Lent for 7 consecutive years, you risk transforming into a Rougarou yourself. This isn't just a simple punishment. It's a profound commentary on the importance of faith and community in Cajun culture. Imagine the weight of such a curse, knowing that your own spiritual failings could doom you to a monstrous existence. The transformation is said to be agonizing, a gruesome metamorphosis under the pale moonlight, forever altering your humanity. Once transformed, the Rougarou is bound by a thirst for blood, primarily targeting unbaptized bobbies or those who have committed grave sins, becoming a fearsome enforcer of moral and religious order. It's a creature of retribution, punishing those who stray from the path. But here's the crazy part. The Rougarou is often described as carrying a curse that can be passed on. If a Rougarou draws your blood, you have 7 years to break its curse by drawing its blood in return, or you too will become one of them. This creates a terrifying chain, an endless cycle of monstrous transformation. The only way to truly break the cycle, it is said, is for the Rougarou to shed its own blood, or for a human to refuse to tell anyone about their encounter for a full year and a day. But who could keep such a secret after facing such a nightmare? This intricate web of curses and conditions makes the Rougarou a deeply psychological terror, a constant reminder of the consequences of one's actions and the ever-present threat of the unknown. While the Rougarou remains firmly in the realm of folklore, the sheer number of whispered accounts and alleged sightings throughout Louisiana's history gives pause. For generations, tales of strange encounters in the depths of the bayou have fueled the legend. Fishermen returning late from their traps, hunters deep in the swamps, even travelers on remote roads have reported seeing large, bipedal creatures moving with an unnatural gait, their eyes reflecting the headlights with an eerie glow. I honestly couldn't believe this when I first read it, but these aren't just isolated incidents. Many stories share striking similarities: the feeling of being watched, an overwhelming sense of dread, and the unmistakable sight of something not human lurking just beyond the periphery of sight. One oft-repeated account involves a trapper who, after a long night, heard heavy breathing outside his cabin. Peeking through a crack, he saw a hulking, hairy figure with canine features standing upright, staring directly at his door. He swore he could feel its gaze penetrate his very soul. Other stories tell of mutilated livestock, animals found torn apart with a ferocity that no ordinary predator could achieve. And while skeptics are quick to point to bears, large dogs, or even mistaken identity, the persistent nature of these stories, passed down through families for centuries, suggests something deeper. It's the kind of story that becomes part of the landscape itself, shaping how people interact with the wilderness around them. These aren't just campfire tales. For many in Louisiana, the Rougarou is a very real, very present danger, a shadow that still stretches long across the cypress swamps, a warning from the wild. Beyond its terrifying presence, the Rougarou legend plays a crucial role in Cajun culture, acting as both a boogeyman and a moral compass. For generations, parents and grandparents have used the Rougarou to teach children about good behavior, about respect for elders, and most importantly, about the importance of adhering to religious traditions like Lent. Mind your manners, or the Rougarou will get you wasn't just an idle threat. It was a powerful deterrent, a way to ensure that the community's values were upheld. The fear of becoming a Rougarou, or falling prey to one, reinforced social cohesion and encouraged adherence to the community's unwritten rules. Think about it. In isolated, close-knit communities, such stories serve as a powerful form of social control, reminding everyone of the consequences of transgressing established norms. The legend also instills a healthy, or perhaps unhealthy, respect for the dangers of the bayou itself. The swamps are beautiful, but they are also treacherous, filled with unseen hazards. The Rougarou embodies these dangers, serving as a personification of the wild, untamed forces that exist just beyond human control. It's a reminder that not everything can be explained, and some places are best left undisturbed. The legend also fosters a unique sense of identity among the Cajun people, a shared heritage rooted in their French ancestors and their adaptation to a challenging environment. It's a story that binds them, a shared secret whispered among themselves, distinguishing their culture from others. The Rougarou, therefore, isn't just a monster. It's a protector of tradition, a guardian of the bayou, and a deeply embedded part of Louisiana's unique cultural tapestry. In the modern age, with scientific advancements and increasing urbanization, one might expect the Rougarou legend to fade into obscurity, relegated to dusty history books. Yet it persists, stubbornly clinging to the cultural landscape of Louisiana, even finding new interpretations and relevance. For some, the Rougarou is merely a fascinating piece of folklore, a remnant of a bygone era, enjoyed as a scary story around a campfire. For others, particularly those living in the more remote corners of the bayou, it remains a very real, tangible threat, a creature they still believe roams their ancestral lands. Academics and folklorists often interpret the Rougarou as a psychological manifestation of human fears, the fear of the unknown, the fear of the wild, and perhaps even the fear of our own monstrous potential. It could be a way to explain away unidentifiable animal attacks, strange sounds in the night, or even the disorientation of getting lost in the dense, confusing swamps. The human mind, after all, is wired to find patterns and create narratives, especially when confronted with the inexplicable. Could the legend also be a way to process the darker aspects of human nature, such as violence or cannibalism, by projecting them onto a mythical beast? Regardless of belief, the Rougarou continues to inspire. It appears in local art, literature, and even tourism, with festivals and events celebrating its mystique. It serves as a reminder that even in a world increasingly explained by science, there's still a powerful human need for mystery, for the thrill of the unknown, and for the cautionary tales that protect our communities. The Rougarou, whether real or imagined, is a testament to the enduring power of storytelling, a terrifying legend that continues to haunt the heart of Louisiana. So the next time you find yourself near a Louisiana bayou, listening to the night sounds, perhaps a twig snaps a little too loudly, or you feel eyes upon you, remember the legend of the Rougarou. What do you think this creature truly is? A myth, a monster, or something else entirely? Let us know your theories in the comments below. If this chilling dive into folklore piqued your curiosity, give this video a like, and don't forget to subscribe for more journeys into the mysterious and unexplained. Until next time, stay safe in the